Welcome to Wranglers TV. I am your host, Jaci Solomon, and we're bringing you just outside Acrisure Arena ahead of the Calgary Wranglers Playoffs, co-presented to you by Jeep and Rudd. And alongside me today, I have Sandra Prusina, the voice of the Calgary Wranglers. Now, big rivalry between Coachella and the Calgary Wranglers in season, but especially in postseason. Sandra, what can we expect ahead of tonight's game?
Rivalry is the key word, JC. Going back to the inaugural seasons for both of these organizations, 2023, they faced off in the third round. Ultimately, Coachella came away with the victory. Then you go back to last year, 2024, Calgary falls in the second round in this building. And here we are, as fate would have it again, but it's a first round battle and it's only a best of three. So curious to see. I imagine both teams will be pumped to get going, but who will win this particular battle? It remains to be seen, and that's why I think fans should be so excited, because this rivalry has been built organically and it's just grabbed fans along the way. So we're in for a great game one.
A very exciting one for sure. And with that, some adjustments to the lineup. What can we expect from that standpoint?
Yeah, so for the Calgary Wranglers, I'm looking at number 6. I'm looking at Rory Cairns. He's only had just a touch of Calder Cup playoff experience, got into one game last year, but he really came into his own as a player this particular season. Led the team in goals, led the team in points, an all-star, got a cup of coffee with the Flames earlier in the year, and he's really taken this team upon his shoulders. So for him to be able to be a difference maker, I think is who fans should be looking for. Now, we're also going to lean on some of those veterans that were here in 2023 and tasted the agony of defeat after a couple of overtime heartbreakers, including a triple overtime loss. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Early morning hours, people back home in Calgary, it was 1 a.m. and they were still following that game. And so I think for those players, they can feel it too. So 3 blue liners. It was Jeremy Poirier, Yan Kuznetsov, Ilya Solovyov, and of course your captain, Clark Bishop. He was part of that team. They know what it was like to lose. Dryden Hunt, also part of the 2023 team. He scored a goal in this building, and I think he's also one of the players you'll be watching tonight.
And we heard from Dryden Hunt just after morning skate.
Playoffs ahead, what's your mindset going into tonight's game?
Just really excited to have another chance at this team. It's been a couple of years that we've faced these guys, so I'm excited to be here, excited to perform, and I think a lot of the guys are pretty motivated.
I guess looking back to that best of 5 in 23, and we had a couple of heartbreaking overtime losses in this building. Do you use it as a motivation, or is it a clean slate for all of you guys? I
think you do. I think you definitely do. There's a lot of guys that were here that year, and a little bit of a sour taste in our mouth. So, like I keep saying, I'm just excited to get another chance at these guys. But we got a fairly newer team, so hopefully the guys that have been here before can kind of pull those guys along.
And some more big news from the Calgary Wranglers, the return of head coach Trent C.
What a boost for this team going into the playoffs. I know I wasn't sure on Sunday when we called that game. I wasn't sure if Trent was coming back, but checked my email and saw the release, heard the good news, and what a boost for this team. He hasn't been with them since December, but if you think about the early part of the season, Calgary, one of the first teams to get to 20 wins in the AHL this year, 2 very long winning streaks under his helm. But JC, for me, it's actually going back to last season. So Calgary went into Tucson as the 7th seed in the first round. Really, really tough matchup versus the number 2 Tucson Roadrunners. Calgary swept them in 2 games, and Trent was the architect of that team. They got them to believe in themselves, play as a 5-man unit, and I think they'll be able to lean on that tonight.
It's a great boost of energy added to this Calgary Wranglers roster. We also heard from Trent Call after morning skate.
How you feeling coming back into this team, especially set up for playoffs?
Excited. Anytime that you get a chance to coach in the postseason or be a part of the postseason, it's awesome. So yeah, and these are my guys. Like, this is who I started with, right? So I feel good about coming back.
You have some rookies that'll make their playoff debuts. What's your messaging to them?
Enjoy it. First time being part of AHL playoffs is awesome. Postseason hockey is great, and so for those guys just to get out, make simple plays and just keep it. It's almost more aimed for average, and good things normally happen.
Wranglers fans, we got a big one tonight. It's round 1, game 1. Your Calgary Wranglers versus the Coachella Valley Firebirds. You can catch it all on AHL Flow Hockey and free on AHL Facebook and AHL YouTube, all kicking off at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Don't miss it.